Influencers are getting more entitled by the day, and I'm getting worried. Hello, you gorgeous donut. Today we're going to be having a look at the entitled influencer pandemic that has taken over the internet. For years now, influencers have been able to create a job around their influence. I will never be able to say that word with a serious face. And because this has been a job for quite a while now, some influencers, I feel like, are always testing the boundaries of what they can get away with. So I thought in this video we would take a look at the worst examples of this. Get comfy.
Oh, it's been a minute since a motherfucker tried me, dude. Here I am just driving. We're going down this little slope. I go slow because I'm in my lower Corvette. I'm not trying to scrape my front. This guy backed me in a piece of car, like a 2001 Honda Civic, beeping his horn. Man, I stop right in the middle of the intersection, get out of my car and say, "What's up, bitch?" Walk over, lean into his window, hit his window like 5 times. "What's up, bitch?" I was like, "So sorry, I'm driving a $100,000 car and you're driving a piece of shit." I was like, "Have some respect, bitch." Got back in my car and drove off.
That's such a good sentence. Have some respect. It's just perfect. Like, yeah, of course. You respect me. I'm not going to respect you. You have to respect me. I'm driving a Corvette. You're driving a car that I wouldn't even wipe me arse with the money that you paid for it. So obviously this influencer thinks because he's able to afford a better car, people on the road should just kind of treat him differently. Like, is that not really weird? Like, no matter what car you're driving, like, everyone is on the same level. Like, you've spent the extra money so that you can get a little bit more joy, I guess, out of driving a car that you like. That doesn't mean that that person should treat you above them. It doesn't matter what the price of your car is. If you're a dick, you're a dick. It's also kind of funny that, like, he's went through this situation, thought about it, and then decided, like, oh, he was in the right to, you know, post it on his own Instagram and people would actually, like, agree with him. It's just kind of entitled, because it's basically saying if you have more money than people, you deserve more respect than them because they're not on your financial level. It's a very kind of shallow way to look at things, especially the fact that he went up to the car and, like, bashed on the window 5 times. Like, he said bashed. Like, you're basically just harming their property at that point because you clearly have zero respect for it. That might be like all of their money that they have is in this car right now, and if it breaks, they can't get to work, they can't get to anything, but you don't care about that.
I did a story, okay? I'm an influencer, bro. Okay, I posted you on my thing, and now you're bringing me a check? Oh, what is this? I gave you a story. Do you realize who I am? I don't know who you are. You should know who I am. I just did a story of your place, and you're bringing me a check. I don't know what the disrespect. Go get the owner. Go get the owner. No problem. Go get the owner. I did a story for your place.
Is this real? Like, the fact that I'm asking is it real shows how bad it is. But I guess, yeah, he's an influencer. Mate, I know you run a restaurant, okay, where you, like, serve food and then you get paid for that. But I'm an influencer. Okay, my payment is exposure. Next time the landlord for this place comes round and he's like, why is, like, rent £1,000 short? Be like, oh, I'm paying the last 1,000 in exposure. Okay, somebody paid in that, so I'm giving that to you. It's how the world works right now, okay? It's the new form of currency. Get with it. It's so annoying when non-influencers don't understand. Imagine this was your first video of me and you're like, God, this guy's a dick. Why do people watch it? It is kind of mental because this is actually a thing that does exist. And it's just kind of, it's almost like as soon as people get, like, a following, it changes them. And I don't actually think I agree with that. I think it just reveals who they actually are. I think I've said that in a video before, but it doesn't just have to be influencing, it can be money as well. Once somebody gets a lot of money, you see who they really are, because at that point their real kind of character really shines. And if they were always, like, money hungry, or they were always a show off, that'll, like, just be exposed if they're rich. Or if they were a nice person, they'll be very given when they're rich.
Take a short, you bring me the check. Putain. Go get the owner.
Look at everyone's faces, man. Look at all the staff.
Hey! Look at what I post for you guys. I posted the best story ever, and this guy brings me the beat. Oh,
sorry, we didn't get that context. He posted the best story ever. Like, the best story that has ever been posted on Instagram. Oh my God, sorry. 2 seconds, mate. I'm just gonna get down here and kiss your feet. Like, what? You posted the best story Instagram's ever seen? I can't believe I'm in your presence right now. You literally took the best photo of the food. Honestly, I can see the influence radiating off you right now. It's little waves coming off you. You're shining right now.
I posted a story for you. You should care. Do you know how many followers I have? Oh, you know how many people are gonna see all this place? I'm making you famous. I'm making you famous. Okay? And you bring me the vid like that.
You have the wrong idea, buddy. You know what? You can leave and never come back.
If this is real, this is one of the worst things I've ever seen. I've seen like a couple of videos like this where people actually talk like this. All the comments seem to think it is real as well. Oh, apparently his dad is worth 115 billion. Okay, that explains a lot. Not that, you know, anyone that is watching that is the son of a daughter of a billionaire. Not that you're bad people. But I can understand the pipeline why this guy might not have respect for anybody that works in hospitality if he's never had to kind of, you know, work a job like that. I always do think it's like people that you don't know always have the most to say, because if you really were really famous, you kind of don't need to tell people you're famous because they know. Like, they would probably know who you are. So here we've got a DM from an influencer that the business has posted. Hi, Esther. I'm a pretty big local influencer in the Tampa area. Great start. Before, like, I hope you're okay. Right. I'm a pretty big deal over here. I'm actually a single mom and just got engaged. Yay. Yay! That's mint. Honestly, I don't know you, so why should I care? Imagine you're running a business, you just have no time to yourself and you're just reading this, you'd be like, oh. You probably would have already have stopped reading, to be fair. On Thanksgiving, and I actually already pre-booked my venue and date, hoping that my fiancé would propose. I really want your band at my wedding and will do whatever I can to make it happen. I'm persistent. That's very true. All influencers are very persistent, guys. That's like one great trait that influencers have. The wedding is on October the 5th in Jacksonville. I cannot offer any money because my value comes in my social media presence. And also, I will have a lot of guests there that performing in front of can help grow your business and get you future bookings. What, are you like performing in front of the Britain's Got Talent judges? Are they gonna like take you to stardom? Are you gonna go to judges' houses after this? Is X Factor coming back? Do you know, if you are an influencer and you're doing really well, surely you should have a bit of money. Surely you have the money to pay these people. If you also want to help them when they perform, you should do that if you really like them. Why are you making them perform for free? I am happy to tag you on my social media. That's nice of them. They're happy to do it. Do them a favour. And to leave a positive review in exchange for a free show. As stated before, I'll be paying an influence. Yeah, we got that the first time. I'm glad you've mentioned it again, though. I forgot that bit. That kind of went under the radar. At my wedding, I hope you choose to make the smart move and perform at my wedding. The smart move. Nice. I hope you're not an idiot, by the way. What, do you not accept influence? What, do you accept Apple Pay? You accept Klarna, but not payment and influence? Oh, idiot alert. Oh, God. Oh, wouldn't want to be you. Oh, what did you get in your GCSEs? Nothing. Right, can tell. Paying and influence. That is actually hilarious. I told you it's a thing. People are genuinely like this. I've met people like this. Oh, yeah, I'll just be paying an influence. How do you even pay an influence? Like, I know I guess you get a post, but how do we know that's going to influence people? Because if nobody comes over to the band, I'm going to need more. I'm going to need you to go out into the streets and shout our name. That's real influence. I need you to get down in the trenches. I want to know who these people are who are going to be watching them as well. It's definitely just like the mom and dad and like the granddad, stuff like that. Or honestly, they'll put you in all the local Facebook groups. Your exposure is going to be mad after this. Honestly, we'll be fighting them off. You'll be like the new One Direction, man. All if you make the smart move. College influencer crying because her school newspaper didn't post her.
That there's enough room for all the influencers in the world, but at UMiami right now doesn't feel that way. UMiami has an newspaper called the Miami Hurricane, and they did stories on influencers who are like up and coming and rising, and they did an article on me, and it was an amazing experience, and I'm so happy that I was written about. But my article, one of the main points said that I will come on here and be vulnerable with you guys and tell you if I'm having a crappy day, and I'm having a crappy moment right now. On Instagram, they posted the cover page, which was the 3 influencers with the biggest following here. And I know I don't have a big following, but it made me realize that, like, micro-influencers don't get enough recognition. And even though I'm chasing the same dream as they are, and I'm trying so fucking hard all the time, I just don't feel appreciated right now. And yes, the fact that I even got written about was amazing, but it just feels like I'm chasing a dream, but I'm still so freaking far behind. And it just, like, hurts, like, knowing that, like, I wasn't up there. And I come from a competitive dance world, so I've been judged my entire life. And any influencer, anybody in the competitive world at all will know that if you're not top 3, it just is so shitty. It's like a shitty thing to see, a shitty thing to feel, you know? So I'm really trying, because I love giving you guys my advice, to think this will make me better, make me grow even more, and make me just, like, find my niche. But sometimes you just need a wake-up call, you know? This gave me a wake-up call that, like, you're not there yet. So yeah, this is feels pretty crappy not seeing myself up there.
Now, this one's really interesting because, you know, obviously she's upset. So bearing that in mind with what I'm saying, like, you know, I don't want to be too harsh here. Obviously, she is a bit entitled because she's in the article, which is a great achievement in itself, I guess. But she feels like she's entitled to be on the front page because she's working hard. Now, you know, all these other influencers, I imagine they're working hard as much as what she is, if not harder, if they're, you know, bigger or whatever. I don't know who they are. But also, the newspaper has to make money and has to get clicks, so they're going to put the biggest people on the front so that the more people click. So that's just the business of a newspaper, right? Like, from their perspective, whether it's right or wrong, they're not going to put you on the front because they believe that the biggest people are going to get the biggest clicks. Like, obviously, that's just the newspaper will. Now, also, like, you're comparing yourself to other people, and everyone's journey's different. It's not just influencing. Whatever field you're in, whatever work, it doesn't even have to be work. It can just be, like, private life. You constantly compare yourself to other people. You're always going to be chasing other people, and you'll never reach them because you'll never be as good as someone else's being themselves, if that makes sense. So, you should just be in your own lane and just focus on your own journey, because not everybody rises or grows the same. Some people don't hit the peak until they're like 50. Some people hit the peak when they're 19. Like, everyone's journey is different, and you're never going to be happy if you're trying to be in the top 3, because even if you were in the top 3 of this, you're going to look at another big newspaper or another influencer that you're not as big of, and you're always going to be chasing something that you can never actually attain. So just focus on being the best version of yourself, love. Okay? This is some advice right now. Hello, I wanted to record the food being made and post it on my page. In exchange for $100 off the food, I can come today. I can come today around 4:30. I have family here. I live in LA and here. And then they haven't responded, and then he put like question box. Thank you for your offer, but I don't think this collaboration will work for us though. And then he literally went to it, and he's like, posted worst dumpling ever, such a floral taste to these, and then like he's literally just saying the food tastes like ass. Like, oh my god. And then the business has had to write a statement about this because obviously he's done this because they wouldn't give him a discount. We understand that we have a small platform here in the social media and we don't get as much voice as other media influencers, especially with Asian cuisine. Most of the time the restaurants don't have any social accounts or time to manage their accounts. An intentionally bad write-up from a large following influencer because of our refusal to accept their collaboration is unprofessional, and a such hostile manner can simply ruin their business. And then they're basically going on to say how they felt threatened by this influencer. I walked up to him even though he was 2 times bigger than me. There was no fight because there was a nice guy pulling that crazy guy away. But I want to say here is that we respect freedom of speech, but everything has its limit. And this guy literally just intimidated them with his influence, and they weren't intimidated by him. So he just went to like take down their business just because they wouldn't give him a discount. Do you realise how entitled that is? Like, even if you have 10 million followers, it's their decision if they want to go ahead with this partnership. Even asking for money off the bill, in my opinion, I think it's a little bit trashy. Like, if they ask you, I feel like that's fair game, right? Like, they're offering, but you asking for money, like, I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. I don't know, I would just feel a bit icky. I told you, if evil people get an influence, it amplifies their evilness. Oh my god. Could you imagine, like, you just parked up outside of here and you just see in the distance like a smashed windscreen of your car and somebody dancing on top of it? Oh, it's the fact it's like a Lamborghini. Not just a Lamborghini, that's a Lamborghini Huracan STO. That's one of the rarest Huracans, one of the most expensive ones. I don't even want to know how much that windshield is, especially, is that like, I don't know if that's a carbon fiber roof. Oh my god, the damage that would cost. I would be charging her for this. Especially she's posted this publicly, so you've got the evidence. It is wild how you feel so entitled just to jump on someone's car and just do this. Like, why? Like, what do you get out? I guess you get like recognition, but like, what is this for? Like, who's the audience for this? Who looks at this and goes, oh god, this is just a generational TikTok right now. I will remember where I was when I watched this TikTok for the first time. This is like class A. Honestly, more of this, please.
Appreciate you, boss. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh well. Can I have more lobster or not?
You can have more lobster once you've completed these, sir.
I have to eat all this first. To be clear, the rules are that I have to finish a plate before I go back to the buffet.
For the lobsters, yes. We have a sign right over there.
It says one per plate.
Yes.
It doesn't say you have to eat the plate before you come back, though.
Like, it's tiresome watching influencers like this. Like, oh, ha, ha, I get it. Like, you've got loads of plates. Is that it? Is that the joke? Like, that's it. That's the content. Oh yeah, like, I've literally took everyone's lobster. Especially where it's like lobster. Like, this will cost the place so much money. I don't know what business this is. I don't know if it's like a chain or like, you know, a smaller business.
What was that?
I wasn't even talking to you. Who are you? Who are you? I wasn't talking to you.
Sir, will you just please?
Excuse me. That man's got cats on his shirt. He's cool as fuck. Leave him alone. Okay, otherwise you'll have me to deal with, son.
The casino who be taking all y'all money has a problem with me taking some lobster, all you can eat. Stop playing with me. So I'm here at the Palms in Vegas trying to put y'all onto the good spots. You know what I'm saying? And the manager comes over to my table like, excuse me, are you going to eat all that? The rule said 1 piece per plate. So that's exactly what I was doing. I would get 1 piece, take it back to my table, and then go back and get another piece. Hey, listen, after all that, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. That lobster was busting. The butter has some seasoning at only $80 too. This deal is definitely worth it, but the way that they treated me made me want to leave immediately.
You're not supposed to be back here. You're not supposed to be back here. You're not supposed to be back here, please.
Imagine being one of them lobsters. You're alive, you're like, I'm literally a lobster. Like, people like would, you know, they pay so much money to eat me. Like, literally, I'm sacrificing my body for people to just have so much pleasure, and then this guy just throws you in the bin. Like, what kind of legacy is that for the lobster? Can we think about the lobster for a minute? What's that gonna do for generations of his family? Oh, did your granda like eaten by, like, you know, in a really fancy place or something? No, he just got thrown in the bin. Like, what's that gonna do? They're gonna be the laughing stock of the sea, man. TikToker Natalie Reynolds crying and shouting outside of TikTok headquarters because she wants her account unbanned. Okay, this is like next level, like influencer entitlement. Like, you have to be a certain level of influencer where you could actually go to the headquarters and be like, by the way, my like singular account got banned. Do you mind just restoring it before I leave, please? Just like, you know, booking a doctor's appointment or something. Just, can you just do this quickly? If your schedule is in for 9 o'clock for an unbanning, is that okay? Thank you, love. Thank you. I wonder if she did actually get unbanned. Surely not. Because if they did unban her after this, then wouldn't everyone, when their accounts get banned, just march to TikTok headquarters and accept, and like, you know, obviously they need the same treatment. Why are you like favouring people with more followers? Also, just quickly, donors, if you haven't already, please press subscribe. I know a lot of people haven't subscribed to this channel, but do watch a lot of the videos. We're so close to 400k on here, so press it. Go on.
Petrol station, and I'm going to leave the next customer a little donation.
Love. Put them back on, man. Right, get them off. Go. Fucking, there we go. Put your undercrackers back on, man. Oh, where? No one needs that. Genuinely, if I'd pulled up to the pump and I had a diesel car, I'd be like, it's fine. I'll run out. It's fine. I don't need a petrol today. It's all right. Again, what do you get out of this? Like, have you got a camera set up for when someone has them? Or are you literally just doing this just, you know, you don't even need to see the reaction? Like, just the act is enough for you? I had this thought the other day that it is kind of minging that when you put, like, petrol into your car, because the handles are being touched by so many people and you don't know, like, what the people have done before touching them. And I had this realization. I was like, yeah, that is kind of grim. Like, why don't I wear, like, you know, the gloves that are provided? Like, I just don't do that, and I was thinking I need to start doing that, and now I definitely need to start doing that because people are putting their underwear on them. Like, imagine you just got a petrol pump and there was some Calvin Kleins on there, just a lads just put them on. You'd be like, what's going on? Oh, it's got skinnies as well. You put a clean pair on there, could have worn them.
At this point, I had been in the line almost an hour and a half, and about 45 minutes in, I had decided I was just going to wait it out since I made the trip already, and to film how ridiculous this was going to be, because I could already tell from the people in the line. You go in, you were told to grab a key off the wall and insert it into the matching number of the drawer, and you would get something. Of course, the key didn't work, and I was like, yep, we are still ghetto coming in here. And she was like, oh, no, you're doing it wrong. I was like, I think I flipped the key 8 which ways, but whatever. Finally got it open, and I won a color analysis. It's an event for waiting and nothing else. And then I went outside and look at all the rest of these people. Look at the people in the line. And this is what was waiting to go in. And I said, I wanted to hand one of them my macro and say, this is what you're waiting for. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna let them be. And I said, I just need a drink. So I popped into Jack's wife, Frida, and the bartender made me a perfect Cosmo to wind down before I had a serious crash out.
What an utter... And I should have gotten the hint when I saw every Joe Schmo from off the street that literally looked like they rolled out of bed fucking homeless, waiting in line to get into this thing. PSA to marshals, if you're gonna go ahead and slide in the DMs of a creator that you see on here, a content creator tagging you constantly in videos, and you're gonna go ahead and say, we invite you in capital letters to this event and join us, please don't waste our time. We spend a lot of our time curating content, editing, filming, posting, and for you to waste our time with this is such a slap in the face.
So she got invited for free. She got to skip the entire queue. Clearly, these people really want to be here because the queue's so big and they're willing to wait. Already, right? You know that people really, really are interested in this. You get the privilege of just going straight in. And already, I feel like she was in a bit of a mood when she tried to open the key and it didn't really work and stuff, even though it did work straight away when the worker did it. And then obviously, she was kind of underwhelmed by the experience. Bear in mind, this is all free. Like, she doesn't lose anything here. She's also filming it as well. And she said the day was so bad that she had to go to the local place and get like a cocktail to like calm her down. Like, nothing happened. Like, you got straight in, you were there for a matter of minutes, you left, and you're complaining. And then obviously she goes in the car and then she starts like dissing the people in the queue as if they have anything to do with what just happened. They're just the customers. They have no like responsibility if the place is off the place is good. Why are you calling them Joe Schmoes off the street as if they're just like beneath you? It's also funny that she mentioned like we have to film the content, we have to like post the content. By the way, she was filming for like minutes and posting is one click. Literally, you literally just upload it and you put maybe hashtags on if you need to do that and then just post. It takes like, that is so short. Posting is the easiest part of the job, the actual post and post. She's making it out as if that's like a really complicated thing.
Please make sure that you have a content creator day and that you also have a day where any schmuck could come in. I'm peanuts. I am nobody on here. And I know that such a big brand like Marshall's, for them to do that, and I can tell who was a content creator in the line and who wasn't. You can tell. You can tell by how we dress. You can tell by our hair.
You can tell. Like, that's so true. Like, you can look at the content creators and you'd be like, wow, they're so fit and beautiful. And then you look at the rest of the Joe Smucks and you're like, oh my god, did you just crawl onto Earth illegally? Sorry, are you actually a human? You just look like you've been birthed in the sewers. You smell like it too. How could you invite me in here on the same day as these schmucks? You have no respect for content creators. We literally have to press pause. You don't even get it. You literally don't even get it, like how hard that is. Like, I've got to use my fingers every day. These little babies are working overtime and never get a day off. That's weird out of context. I think I make it weird. I think you're not even thinking that. And then I go, oh, they're thinking that. And then I say it and I'm like, oh, they were never thinking that. But now you're thinking that. Now you're thinking I'm weird because I've made it weird. You know what I mean? Shut up, Cam. Okay, so this next one actually took over the internet a couple of months ago. So basically, this influencer went to a patisserie and kind of slagged the entire place off. And then the patisserie responded. First, let's look at the influencer's video.
I do not mind spending $10 on a pastry if they are really good, but you cannot use fake ingredients. That pistachio color is about as natural as my boobs and waistline. The coffee was super sour and acidic, but I prefer a creamy chocolatey espresso.
Do you? Well, then you can go and get one somewhere else, can't you? Oh, I prefer this one. Well, f off then. Go and get that over there, will you? Actually, I prefer this. It's free! It was free! I don't mind as much when it's like big corporations, when influencers do these sort of videos like negatively for. But when it's small businesses and you can clearly see like the food looks really nice and it's just like someone trying to really just make it, like, because running a small business, especially like a small cafe or something, your margins are so tight. Like, you can't really afford anyone to do a video like this, otherwise, you know, it can really, really have a huge impact on you. Especially if they're quite big in the local area, especially if they're big within the food niche as well. Like, word of mouth is so important. So this could actually kill them.
For a canali, I didn't even pay that in Santro pay, but that's the price next to the Phoenix airport. Okay. I was also super disappointed in the quiche. I prefer a quiche with a thick, rich, buttery crust. This had a paper thin crust. If I wanted to ingest this much eggs, I would have eaten an omelet. I absolutely loved the pumpkin pie croissant, but everything was a little on the sweet and rich side, which some people love. Personally, I like my sweets a little less sweet, so I'd rather get treated like shit and go to Paris spaghetti.
I prefer my sweets a little bit less sweet. Like, I feel like she's just picking out things to be annoyed at, really. They're such minor things that she's saying.
Being said, I think if you stay away from the expensive ingredients like these nuts, you can definitely enjoy a delicious, rich pastry here.
That would have absolutely slapped in like 2010, love. Honestly, this would have been like my jam. This would have been my jam, fellow kids. So like I said, I think the owner of the patisserie actually made a video like responding to that video going viral.
So we recently had an influencer reach out to us and asked to do a collaboration, and we respectfully declined because it was not in our budget right now.
No. You're having a laugh, aren't you? So she wasn't getting like a paid promotion there, or like an ad or anything, or gifted. She asked and they declined. So she again was like, I'm gonna take them down. This is a constant theme. Have we seen this twice or 3 times in this video? And that's just in this video. That is so entitled and like such an ego kind of maniac route to take. They're just like, look, we don't have the money for this. We can't offer you this right now. So you decide to like take them down because of that. Wow. Okay. If the experience is terrible, I won't post anything for the kindness of the hospitality. That's nice of you, love. So what happened in the last video? Did you just forget? Did you just have a bit of a manic day, did you? The meal will need to be comped, including the the tip, I think that means.
Blackmail us by saying if we offered the food for free, she would then write a good review about us. I told her we'd think about it, but she still came in the next day. And although we hadn't agreed to collab with her, we recognized her when she came in, and we still were very accommodating and offered her extra drinks. So we totally respect a bad review. But what we don't like is lying and bullying. The first thing she said was that our pistachio was so faked. Fun fact. We have right here our pistachio paste that is 100% pistachios from Italy. All of our flours that we use in our product, the farine de blé, épeautre, gruyère rouge, all comes on a pallet from Europe.
Go on, love. Speak your I'm here for it, right? Honestly, I'm a JL patisserie fan right now. I'm an ultra. Right, I will die I'll not go that far, but I'm a fan. The funniest thing about this is obviously the whole thing about an influencer getting something gifted is so the brand can get more awareness if they offer that to an influencer. Obviously it's a marketing technique. Now if they did say yes to this girl doing this, they might have got a little bit of exposure, but this TikTok they did responding to her leaving the bad review got 8.7 million likes. Like, do you know how much money you would need to pay to get that sort of awareness, and they just got it for free without giving her like the free meal? This is so good. Like, this actually makes me so happy and satisfied, because this has just worked out so perfectly for them. It's like, okay, you're gonna f around, then you're gonna find out. Chat, get banged.
Also, this is our panettone flour, straight from Italy. It's written entirely in Italian. Not bad for close to the airport bakery. Beyond the fact that we spend 10 times the amount of money to buy the ingredients, the most valuable part of our product is the time we spend to make them. From our sourdough starter to our dough, every single thing is handmade from scratch.
It's just mad, the entitlement of the influencer, because obviously this is like a huge operation. You know, this is not even, I don't even know if this is a small business. Like, this is like a fully fledged machine here. And that woman just thought, oh well, it's only one woman, that like, you know, nothing bad could happen. I'm so glad that this person's been put in their place. Just because you have like an influence, and just because you have people that, you know, follow you, doesn't mean that you're better than people. When will people figure this out? When will it sink in? Okay, last video we've got an influencer doing the worst thing possibly I've ever seen, and that's saying something. So they just grab this chair. And the fact it's not fake as well. The entitlement to just throw that chair off and just be like, oh, I'll be fine. That could kill someone. Genuinely, if that lands on the car, they're dead. If they're not dead from the impact, they're dead from the windscreen smashing and then them crashing. And also, they're going to know where it's from, because that hotel will probably mass stock up that style of chair, so they're gonna know it was what he is. Also, how did this video reach the internet? You posted it, so they're gonna know it's you. The entitlement to just post that and be like, oh, I'll be fine, right, I'll be alright. Anyway, Donut, if you want to watch another video from me where we look at main character influencers, so these are influencers that basically don't care about anybody else but themselves, there's some mental videos in here. Go and watch it. I'll see you over there. Bye bye.
Kirkham, baby.